All right, everybody. Good afternoon or good early evening. My name is Harriet Westmore, and I am the host of the podcast More Self Discovery, the podcast where you can discover yourself through your own journey. I want to welcome everybody here. I have a very special guest. I'm so excited. I think you're going to enjoy her. She is a longtime friend, and we go way back, and she's doing some wonderful things for the city of Cleveland, Ohio. So if you would like to hit that share, hit that subscribe button, please do so. If you're on YouTube, please hit that subscribe and hit that like button. All right, without further ado, Miss Janetta Toney, she is the founder of Women of Wisdom
Yes.
Ministry, and she is going to tell you what her passion. This is her passion, and we're going to talk to her about how she got started. And I just want to welcome you, Janetta. Thank you so much for being a part of this podcast.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, Harriet.
All
I'm
right,
glad
so
to
let's.
be here.
Oh, absolutely. So let's start from the beginning. We don't want to go now. I could tell people some stories about us when back in the day, but we're not going to go into that. But tell me what led you to start your Woman of Wisdom, and tell me how did that all came about?
That all came about through a dream, through experience, and it was a dream.
Okay.
Um, um, as you know, I'm a woman that loves God.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I had a dream, and that's basically how Women of Wisdom nonprofit organization was birthed through a dream.
Okay. And what did that dream entail? I mean, it was just God speaking to you
Yes, it
directly?
was God speaking to me. What I saw was a lot of
Mm-hmm.
women, women from different social economic levels from everywhere. And they were all going in one direction. Some was sad, broken, just a lot of them. And it was like
Mm-hmm.
women helping women pretty much. And I woke up. I remember waking up. If I sit here and tell you the whole dream, we'll probably take the whole 45 minutes.
Wow.
But I woke up, God was showing me a lot of broken women, pretty much women from all, I don't care what level you were at or what level you thought you were at,
Mm-hmm.
different diverse backgrounds. He showed me that. And I remember when I woke up, the first thing I said was, wow, what was
Mm.
that?
Right.
What was that? And I went, I went on to work and it stayed heavy on my heart. Well, Lord, what was that? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And instantly into my spirit birthed women of wisdom. Women of wisdom, Lord, what? Woman of wisdom, And God just continued to speak to me. And that's pretty much how she was birthed. It's basically Women of Wisdom is a nonprofit organization. It helps women
Okay.
from all social economic backgrounds, because
Mm-hmm.
that is what God was calling me to do.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Uh, So basically, right now, Women of Wisdom, we're starting with the homeless women. We're starting with the youth. We're basically going where people will consider people at the bottom, but Women of Wisdom, we don't consider people at the bottom.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
so pretty much what we do now, we go out to the street. We were looking for some shelters that maybe we could partner with. So we
Mm-hmm.
didn't find any, and God was just leading me in another direction as well. So we go to the street. We
Mm-hmm.
right now, we've been doing care packages where we just go out and we just pass out care packages. We touch women, and we also touch men too, but the emphasis is on women and youth. But the homeless period, we're out there for men, women.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, the emphasis is on women and youth. So we go out there, we talk, we minister.
Mm-hmm.
We just constantly go out there and lift up the women as well.
Okay, now, okay. So being from the city of Cleveland, tell the listeners, I mean, what do you see? Do you see there's a large, huge population of homelessness for women and youth? or is it, divided between the youth and, male and female, or is it just an influx of both?
When we go out, when we go out, basically we see more men. I have to be
Mhm.
honest, we see more men, and every now and then we see women. So
Mhm.
it's like it's more men that's out on the street. And thank God, that women being out there is an area that's open for a whole lot of different things to happen, if you know what I
Mhm.
mean. So
Mhm.
we see majority of men, but the women that we have ran into, like we ran into a couple of women who were just, out on a bench,
Mhm.
laying on the benches. We went
Mhm.
out, talked to them, how they was doing, they were doing. Some of them seemed a little reluctant,
Mhm.
how you doing? We minister to them and we give them a care package. Now, if they want to talk to us, fine, but we don't push them into
Right.
talking to them. We just say, God bless you, and give them the care package.
Right. Right.
Um, Other than that, we just keep moving on. Like some, I never forget though. I have to say this. Um, we went out, and this was a man. This was a homeless
Mhm.
guy,
Mhm.
and we went out. We ride around. I mean, we're in
Mhm.
the trenches. We ride around. We ride around looking,
Okay.
and I never forget that. You have to bring me back, because sometime I'll be everywhere. I'll never forget. But this guy, he was sitting on the street, so we went to go walk towards him, but he got up and he left, and we went to another guy. He just came from out of nowhere, and I told my husband that's where God wanted us to go, right there. So I went to this guy,
Mhm.
and as soon as I told him, hi, I'm Janetta Toney from Women of Wisdom, and I just want to bless you with a care
Mhm.
package. I told him what was in it, and he go a few dollars in here so you can get you a sandwich and some coffee. And he just
Mhm.
started crying.
Oh,
He started
wow.
crying. I said, wait a minute, why are you crying? He said, I'm just letting he said he had thought he never saw us as people of
Mhm.
color, black, brown,
Mhm. Mhm.
helping other black, brown. He always
Mhm.
saw, our white brother or sister helping him. And pretty much he was sitting there saying, Lord, forgive me. He said he
Mm.
never saw that before us, black and brown
Right.
helping black and brown.
Helping each other. Right.
Yeah, and so
Wow.
that kind of it kind of really touched me, because I'm quite sure God was showing him something right,
Mhm.
right then and there.
Right.
So we gave him the package, and that was it. Um, Another thing that I can remember was the one lady that was laying on the bench. Like I said, women are a little reluctant and standoff.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
and we talked to her. She told us her name, and we asked her, if everything's okay. She's like, "Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay." So she was a little reluctant. I just told
Mhm.
her we have a care package, and we want to give you this care package. Just some things in here that you're probably gonna need, and it's a few dollars in here if you get hungry.
Mhm.
Then she began to open up. I think people have
Mhm.
to really see your heart instead of,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, your
Right.
heart. So she
Right.
opened up a little bit, and that was good. As far as youth, we're not running into a whole lot of youth. We're not seeing a whole lot of youth. But as I did research, basically you're not going to see a lot of youth out there,
Mhm.
not a lot, because they're probably like staying from house to house or over a
Yeah.
friend's house, or so you're not going to see a lot of youth out there, and I think that's a blessing as well, that you don't
Right.
see a lot. But
Right.
yeah,
So tell us, do you have an actual brick and mortar building where people can go for services, or you reach out, actually, minister out in the community to provide services, or can people come to you?
I minister out in the community right now, but we are
Okay.
looking for property, and we also are looking for people to donate properties.
Okay.
Women of Wisdom nonprofit organization is a 501c3 organization.
Okay.
So
I'm
if
put on.
anyone wants to donate property, they can, of course, write it off on their taxes. So
Right.
right now, we're pretty much right there. We're looking for properties, but we're also looking for somebody to donate property.
Okay, so I will, for those who are actually watching live, I will put the banner up for you to. You have a website?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and it's I'm sorry, let
Okay.
me add the trying to add the banner here, and it's Women of Wisdom.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
Dot
com
org.
.org. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for those who are listening, I will put it in the show notes so that you can, if you wish to donate and reach out, please go to the website and definitely give it. It's a worthy cause, especially for those of us who in the Cleveland area. Now, do you service only the Cuyahoga County, Cleveland area, or do you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, basically that's where we started. We had started a couple of years ago, but then COVID came in, so everything was shut down. So we're
Mm-hmm.
basically right now building everything back up, going back out, planning
Okay.
events.
Okay. Do you have any upcoming events that you want people to know about?
We're we're looking at a timeline for August.
Okay.
August, we haven't came up with a clear date, but it will be in August.
Okay. All right. And so what do you see for the future for for your organization?
What I see in the future for our organization, I see God blessing us with housing for our women and
Mhm.
youth. I
Mhm.
see God opening a door for us to even go into the Board of Education, which can target and know where youth are,
Right.
because they say 60% of the youth, they are homeless, but they're still going to school.
Mhm.
So I'm praying that God would just bless us with housing and um, tools, tools to also help them, prepare
Mhm.
them, to go out on their own. Um, the vision that I see is giving them housing, like a year's housing. But in that year, you prepare, you take them step by step, educating them, helping
Right.
them, walking with them,
Right.
um, and making sure they find housing.
Mhm. Now, I'm going to put it out there for everybody who has a small business or belong to an organization. If you wish to partner with Women of Wisdom, please go contact Janetta through the website. I mean, especially the Board of Education, schools, like because exactly what you said. I mean, there are plenty of probably homeless children that
Yes,
are still in the school, but they have no place to go.
yes,
So,
yes,
schools would be an excellent resource for
yes,
partnership. And if any schools, anybody who's in the school system would please, reach out to womenofwisdom.com and, if you're interested in partnership with her organization, I encourage you to do so. Um, I know I have a hair care product business, and I would like to, help if, I know a lot of women might be out in the streets and might need hair products for
yes,
their hair. So I would definitely love to partner, with you for that.
yes. Thank you. Oh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes,
It is about helping each other. We are in a crisis at this time, not only because of, the time of year, but this is the season, each year the season is getting, where if anybody who's spiritually know that God is Jesus is coming and
yes,
he's coming. I mean,
yes,
he's very close. You can see
yes,
with how the whole dynamic of the society has shifted, even
yes,
from 10 years ago. So, we have to stay on call, and it's going to be about helping each other.
yes,
It- to the
yes,
point, we're going to, you see the food are being lacked, homelessness is rising up, illness, this COVID situation. So, I mean, this is we are in a crisis, and I encourage, and I've always, myself, I always want to reach out and help. Whatever I have, I want to give to those who
yes,
have not. So, it's important for us to, gather all our resources, pull our resources together, and help those who are in need. So, I
yes. I,
hope people will take this. You don't have to be from the Cleveland area. I mean, if you wish to donate, on her website, please do so. Um, is there anything else, that information that you want us to, know about?
Yes, I see what you have on the screen with .com. It's .org for
.org.
the
I'm sorry. I'm
website.
so used to
Hmm.
.com. Okay, I am so sorry. Thank you
And
for
if you
clearing
also would like to see, we have a Facebook page, which is a Wild Women of Wisdom. We also have an Instagram,
Okay.
uh, WOW Women of Wisdom 7. My email, the Women of Wisdom email, is womanofwisdom4@gmail.com.
Okay.
And
Give me all of that, and then I'll make sure that it's in the show notes, and people
okay,
will know.
okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, Before we end, um, tell us, let's see, if you what type of building are you, I mean, are you saying you want a like a housing for those, what's your vision of services that you want to provide within that housing? If people, it's like a transitional housing, is that what you're kind of
Yes.
looking? Okay.
Yes, education, grooming, partner up like with different facilities that can really educate them and give them an education where they can continue to grow. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
It gives you the analogy that you can give a horse some food, and you lead them to the water to drink, but you have to teach them. You have to
Exactly.
teach them how to survive. And a lot of, the more research I do, some women that are out here, some have mental issues
Yeah.
because of things they have went through. So of course we
Absolutely.
want somebody, counselors, people that
Right.
handle with mental disabilities. We want
Mm-hmm.
people like that so that we can have a arena of ways to serve the women. Financial literacy,
Mm-hmm.
um, just the whole. When I think about it, I see finance, I see um, job, advocacy for jobs,
Mm-hmm.
education. Pretty
Mm-hmm.
much meeting them where they are at. And as
Right.
women, when I say women of wisdom, as women, we are the ones that set the atmosphere. If you know what I mean, women
Mm-hmm.
can change their husband, their children, their communities,
Exactly.
the world, because that's just
Exactly.
how much power you have. And if we as women come together and begin to build up our household first, then our
Right.
communities, it's no we can't be stopped. You know what I mean? We come
Exactly.
together and we pull up our other sisters that's down. We just keep
Right.
pulling each other up. And I think
Right.
that's the main foundation of women of wisdom, women helping women and whoever else needs help. But I just want to
Right.
put emphasis on women because we are thermostats, and yet sometimes we don't realize it. We can change lives. God is using us for that. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So I believe
Exactly.
that's why God gave me this passion because when I just look at women, I don't care where they're at,
Mhm.
and I always say, do they know that they are thermostats? You can change so
Mm.
much, that son, that daughter, that
Mhm.
husband, you know what I mean? You can make a
Mhm.
big difference because we are thermostats. We
Wow.
regulate the atmosphere. You know
Wow.
what I mean? We
That's good.
regulate the atmosphere.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, we are thermostats. We are.
Yes,
I like that analogy. Love that
yes,
analogy.
yes,
Wow.
yes. So
All
it's
right. Wow.
yes,
I'm that is, I have to write that down. I love that. Wow. All right. So, everybody, please let's support Miss Janetta Toney in her vision. I mean, you can tell that she is very passionate in what she's doing. And she is, I mean, if you just help one person, that's helping one, than what was
yes,
before. So, like I said, I would love to partner with you with whatever I can do to help. And if there's organization, particularly those in the education field, please reach out, to her.
yes,
And so, she can, you guys can partner up, and she can reach out to the younger women, especially young women,
yes,
particularly. They are definitely in
yes,
need of, you know,
yes,
of help and guidance, because they,
yes,
a lot of young women are in very dire straight situations to where
yes,
they're,
dear. Yes,
having
dear.
kids at a young age, and they have no support system, and they're making choices that, they need an older mentor
That's
that
it.
can kind of keep them
Older woman, yes,
right,
yes, to teach them,
to
yes,
teach them. Exactly.
to let them know,
Exactly.
hey, we can turn this around and we're gonna do this together.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly. Well,
yes,
thank you so much for being on my podcast. I really appreciate it. And we're this is not the only time we're going to hear from you, because we're going to hear from you. Um, I would love, for you to come back maybe within a few months and see how things are going and what things more that we can do to help. Because I'm going to put this on my Facebook page as well, so people can
yes.
see and reach out to you. So thank you so much.
Thank
You
you.
you are a blessing to not our community and for others all around the world. And you probably inspire other people. I mean, it's just you just took a vision, you obey what God has put on your
Yes,
heart,
yes,
and look how God is blessing you.
yes.
So
Praise God.
absolutely.
Praise God.
All right,
Praise
Janetta.
God. All
You
right. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
absolutely, absolutely. So we're gonna be talking soon.
Okay. All
All
right.
right. All right. Take
Okay.
care.
Talk to you
Bye bye.
soon. God bless you.
All right. You too.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Bye bye.